Thank you for choosing our Patio Heat channel. I'm Steve. We provide tips and information to extend the enjoyment of your patio project. Our videos give you a knowledgeable overview prior to investing in your outdoor heating equipment. Whether you are a professional or owner-builder, we provide specific details for optimum heat coverage for your application. Post a comment or question, or for developed visual designs, send your request into designs@patioheat.com. We're here to work with you. For over 30 years, patio heating is the bedrock of our business, expressing what works best. Now let's get heating. Okay, so we have these two sections on this residential application here. Let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions first of all. So overall dimensions, I have here 36 feet by about 13'9" on the outer edge here. I think it was 12 feet from the center point of this beam right here, which is approximately 17 inches tall, and we have a height here of 8'9", and we have a countertop over here about 13 feet long, and we have some fans up here, 3 of them, and they're each about 5 foot in diameter, and I have them centered within the patio structure itself. And then I think this is 29 inches from the center point here to the wall on the light fixtures up here. There is a speaker up here too. I don't have that in here. And then 29 inches from this to the center point here. I think that's about it as far as the overall dimensions here. And let's go ahead and look at this section over here. So this section over here is about 19 feet by 15'3", and that's from the post to post, and it's a little bit larger up here. So and then you can see that I have some light fixtures here, but they're not going to actually look like this, but they are some sort of recessed lighting up here. 5-foot diameter fans, and I have those centered within the distance over here. I'm not quite sure how far from center to center they will be from each other, but that's okay from what I'm going to show here in a minute anyway. So also the height over here, I have at 9 foot to the bottom edge of this beam here at 9'4" off the finished floor. And I think this is another 6 inches here. I think that's about it. And you can see the seating positions are roughly something like this. Now I know that they have a different couch setup, but you know, I'm just going to show it like here. And then there's going to be a table dining over here, and this is the cook area over here. I think that's about it. All right, so let's go ahead and turn off those dimensions, and we'll look at what type of heating system we can put in here. So this is going to be my first kind of layout on how this might work. All right, so there's a lot of area over here and a lot of amperage that'll be used. So what I'm using right here are going to be 4,000 watt units. Now these are going to be so that the clearance below the heater is 18 inches from the edge of the heater to the edge of the diameter, that 5-foot diameter I had shown here just a minute ago. So we put that back on, 5-foot diameter, 18 inches from here to here. And I have them pointed straight down to the ground. And these are 4,000 watts. Now they can go to 6,000 watts, but I actually a 4,000 watt with this type of coverage, or I should say protected area. You know, we have a hedge over here and the structure over here. We have a top over here. There's some little buildings over here, so there's a lot of protection. So I think a 4,000 watt unit would be most ideal for this application, for this position. And over here I would probably go with a 3,000 watt here, because this is standing room for the most part. Now if they're going to use this for sitting or something of that nature, then a 4,000 would be better, and definitely a 6,000 would be way too hot. Same over here, this is for standing space over here, and I have this at a 30-degree tilt. And again, if you're standing underneath here, 4,000 or 3,000 would be at most ideal. And so right now I'm showing these all as 4,000 watt units. But again, you may want to change these to 6,000s, and yeah, I think that would be about it. So let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat right here. So footprint of heat, you can see now, I don't have this table here sitting here at all, but you can see that there's, sitting positions. Now it might be a little bit to the left or right here, but I'm just going to place it back where I had it. But you can see there's good overlapping rays right here, and the total distance from each other. And let's go ahead and turn this on here for a second. And I'm going to go ahead and just tap this for one quick second here if I can. Let's see if I can grab a hold of this. Sometimes let's just go from this edge to this edge, which would be basically the center point to center point. So if we look at that, and let me get out of here. And there we go. So 8 foot 8 1/4 inch center to center on the heaters themselves. Now I placed this unit over here the same distance away from the fan blade, and I have it off-centered as far as, let's see if I can get this out here. This one here, I have it 18 inches off of this fan blade over here to the edge of the heater over here, and you can see that the footprint of heat is fairly decent for the standing room in the prep area, I'll call it. All right, so that's my recommendation for over here. 2 of the 4000s or possibly 6000s with controls. This over here, a 3000 or 4000 watt unit, and this would be a 3 to 4000 watt unit as well. You can see that this ray is actually hitting the back side of the seat. The client actually did mention something about that desire, but you can see that I have it centered over the countertop space here, so that I'm not really hitting on the right side of the pergola area over here at all. But it would be something that would come across over here as well. Now these over here are all 6000 watt units, and what I did was I did the same thing over here. I made sure that we are at 18 inches of clearance. Now I did change the angle slightly, and sorry for the delay on this application here, but yeah, I did change the angle slightly, so you can see that I actually am penetrating the fan blade diameter here. So I'd probably want to move this slightly over, and let's go ahead and get in here and move this slightly over. So we'll go approximately, looks like about 3 inches, and let's see if that's a little bit too much. We'll go 1.5 inches and just maybe 1 inch. So yeah, 1 inch is all I did. I changed it from the original 18 with that. I have this at a 7-degree angle. Sorry about this delay here. Let me go ahead and turn this off for a second. And yeah, so these are at 7-degree angles towards the center of the patio, and the placement again is, let me see if I can get a good view of this here. So yeah, the placement is centered. Actually, I put it 5 feet from this edge right here to the center point of the heater itself, and so that you're getting a good footprint of heat on the sitting positions. And then I move these two from that position to over here at approximately 8.5 feet, I believe it was. Let's go ahead and just check that real quick. And let me turn off the clearance for a second and see if I can grab this here. Let's grab it in here somehow. There we go. And there it is. Okay, sorry about that delay there. Yeah, so that's 8 foot center to center on those heaters, but you could move these two over maybe a whole nother foot, and just was making sure that I got enough coverage for the left side over here, more than throwing the heat out over here. I'm not sure if the TV is going to be out here or actually between the beams right here. If that is something that's going to be between the beams themselves, let's go ahead and just move that to check to see what it is going to look like. If it's right here, then you can see that that could be a little bit of an issue, and so moving that back to that, let's get that over here too. Let's see. All right, sorry about that delay on that. But yeah, so we're penetrating the TV just slightly actually, so that shouldn't really be an issue. Look at that clearance below the heater itself. You know, we're actually making contact with the clearance below, so then I would probably want to move these two units over just another maybe 6 inches or something of that nature. So it would be at 8 foot 6 inches. So let's try 6 here, and looks like that is decent. Yeah, we're not penetrating that anymore. I'm going to go ahead and get down over here and just take a quick look this way. Yeah, so I think that would be okay. Maybe even 8 inches. So, you know, you can see that my distance here now is 8 foot 8. So it might be better, or excuse me, 8 foot 6. It might be better if we just moved it another, 2 more inches, something of that nature. But again, the heaters themselves are at a 7-degree angle towards the center of the patio from the outer edge, but this would be a very nice warm area here, extending your enjoyment outdoors on the colder days. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, not monetize. YouTube will not support us unless we receive a thumbs up from you, our viewers, and I truly appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. Have an excellent day.